This week we learned that Disney has delayed the release of its much-mocked Snow White reimagining, you know, the new PC version of the classic fairy tale starring this insufferable girl with the seven dwarves replaced with an ethnically and gender diverse group of magical creatures to avoid reinforcing stereotypes. That was the explanation from Disney. But after much mockery, this week Disney not only announced the release date of Snow White would be delayed by at least a year, but it also appears to be reinstating the dwarves. Oh no, what about those harmful stereotypes? I do hope the dwarves are at least racially diverse and non-binary.
Well, Disney thinks that they're slick, don't they? They think that they can just make the changes to the dwarves and people are gonna line up for it, which looks awful, by the way. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, because you have to be subscribed here, and don't forget to share so we can get it out there. So look at this, the live action Snow White or Snow Latina X and the CGI seven dwarves now, right? Because before they had all these diversity hires. Did you see the lineup of people? We got this dude with a fro. You got one legitimate dwarf and all that. They already don't have a lot of roles. A lot of them were complaining, like the guy that was in Infinity War. And actually, it's kind of funny how it is reversed. He was that giant guy that helped Thor make the axe and all that. It was Stormbreaker. I mean, I almost got caught not knowing my knowledge right there. Stormbreaker. So there's not a lot of roles for them already. So that's already an issue for them. And then you just look down the line, then you have a black female dwarf. Really, that's just an adult. So how is that going to work? They're all going to sleep in the same room? So Disney's starting to see their stocks are in the hole. All of this stuff is failing. And they think that they can just switch it up, right? And it was supposed to come out somewhere in March of 2024. They pushed it out now to March of 2025. Nobody wants this, period. And they didn't even get rid of the main issue. We can get to the dwarves eventually. The main issue is the actress, the person right there. She has already made it clear it's not about the princess and she's not gonna be saved by him.
That is not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere.
She's going to be a role model and clean up the planet like her father told her and march for BLM. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants the movie's fine. The movie's great already. Stop remaking the classics. Nobody wants. I would love this. I would love to see the data, right? Take the Aladdin with Will Smith, and that movie sucked. And he had that giant turban, looked like he had a damn boat on top of his head. I would love to look at the data. Pull up the original Aladdin that everybody loves with the live action Aladdin. Or do it with this future movie, which I hope gets completely scrapped because it should. The live action Snow White to the original. Any of these movies, the original Lion King to the live action Jungle Book, all of them. Nobody wants any of these movies. They've shown that they can step out of the box and do different films, animated films like Monsters Inc. You even had like Coco. That was a good movie. There's a lot of them, and you can have different representation of groups. That Raya, the Last Dragon one, that one wasn't too bad. You can have representation with different groups, and your female has to be at all times kind of delivery. You can do that, and you can still make a good movie, a quality movie. They are trying to go back and rewrite everything and change everything, and nobody wants it. First of all, how are you going to have a queen that's supposedly jealous of Snow White's looks, but in this film, the queen actually looks better than Snow White? So how is that going to work? That's an issue right there as well. So you're going to have to cast a different queen because the queen has to be jealous of Snow White's looks. So it's opposite land. Even South Park had a funny episode just tearing down Disney, what they're doing. Even though they're going in the hole, they still want to go in this same direction that nobody wants, that nobody asked ask for any of this garbage. Do a different film. Leave Snow White the hell alone. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see your new 2025 rendition on what it should be. And she already said that. It's not 1930 anymore. This is what we're doing. No, nobody wants it. And why would you cast somebody as the main actress that basically hates the franchise, that can't stand it? She never speaks highly of it. She was talking trash about the ride at Disneyland. She doesn't like it, so why would you want the role anyways if you just want to completely tear it down? They need to reverse course, just like Marvel. You can see it. Now, mark my words, The Marvels will be the worst film in Marvel's history, period. That will be the end of Marvel completely. Nobody wants to see this garbage. It's almost kind of interesting, right? It's crazy how the planets aligned, right? Where Stan Lee, he passes away right at the end of Endgame. And Endgame was already getting there, already had the BS that they were putting in that. But anyways, right after Endgame, and where'd the franchise go? Right in the hole after that. Because he has all these great ideas, but you had these people chomping at the bit to change everything, and the diversity hires and the equity and inclusion. Nobody wants to see this garbage.
What the hell is even that?
So you guys tell me your thoughts. Will you be just chomping at the bit to go see this live action Snow White? Because Disney, like I said, they think that they're slick. The CGI garbage dwarfs are just the least of their worries, right? That's the least of their problems. That looks terrible. You have to get rid of this actress. Nobody wants it. You know what the better idea is? To scrap the thing completely. Because no matter what, as long as she's there saying the BS that she's saying, nobody's going to line up to see this movie. They did the same thing with The Little Mermaid and all that. I would love to see the people watch the live action and the actual cartoons, because that film was garbage. And I don't care, the person, the actress could be black with polka dots. I don't care. Nobody wants to see it. Leave the classics alone completely. And don't even get me started on them doing another Roadhouse, because that's just blast. That's going to get me going. I'm going to break something in here. So let's just end the video at this. Tell me your guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. You have to be subscribed, and hit share so we can put it out there for everyone to see. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next one.